You're not tired, you're unexpressed. And there's a spiritual and there's a psychological cost for all of us when you hide your real power. So the fact is, I don't think you're tired. I really think you're just not expressing yourself. And there's a difference deep down. We all know it and you know it. And that's not because you're tired through overwork. You're tired because you're underlived. And the ache that you carry isn't physical, it's spiritual, it's psychological. It's the weight of unrealized potential pressing against the inside of your mind and your chest. And you know what I mean, we've all been there. It's the quiet tension and the restlessness that's in the background of your life. It's a feeling like something in you is waiting for permission to exist, to be. It's not your job, it's not your boss, it's not your diet, it's not your nervous system. It's simply the truth that you haven't spoken in your life, that you know you want to. It's creativity that you've kept hold of through fear. It's the vision that you keep negotiating down to something more realistic so that you won't be judged or fail or disappoint. So let's go a little bit deeper, because the fact is, in this video, I'm not here to pat you on the back and say it's okay. The price is too high for not being yourself. Now, you know, if you're a conscious creator, you're into the law of attraction, if you've tasted that spiritual self-awareness, the price for you, actually, for hiding isn't just emotional, it's existential. You feel it more deeply than if you didn't have the spiritual awareness. It's deeply, deeply upsetting to keep yourself in check. And every time you deny your expression, you distort your unique signal in the universe, you start manifesting sideways. Your life reflects a version of you that simply isn't true. It's not true for you. And that is the part that hurts the most. So it's not that things aren't working. It's that they're almost working. They're almost aligned. They're almost fulfilling. They're almost honest. It's like an empty cup. But almost is exhausting. And when your soul, when you know what you're capable of. So let's talk about fear, because fear is the reason you're here. It's not imaginary. It's not something that we're going to bypass through affirmations. It's what happens when you've lived for too long in limiting patterns that have kept you too small. Fear is familiar. It's predictable. And it gives you a reason not to try. It gives you a reason to not be visible and not take risks. But the raw truth is this. Fear is the price of an unlived life. It's the price that gets higher and higher the longer that you ignore it. Because if you don't consciously shift out of it, you'll build your entire life around the fear. You'll call it, this is my reality. You'll say that it's your personality, your upbringing, your trauma. But the truth is, it's just your pattern. And if you don't change the pattern, if you keep suppressing your signal, you will create the same results. They just won't be the ones that you really, really want. You'll create from fear. You'll create from lack. You'll create a version of you that survives but doesn't feel truly alive in the universe. And the longer you keep in that space, the harder and harder it becomes to trust your own power. And that's the real danger. Not that your dreams don't happen, we can live with that, but that you start to believe that they never could. And that's what's really at stake here. Here's where it gets even more important, because the world is changing. Science is beginning to prove that mystics have already known that reality isn't a fixed physical place. It's a field of possibility shaped by observation, attention and belief. That your consciousness isn't in reality, it creates it. And now we know each person forms their own personal reality. And in the age of AI, automation, the exponential change, playing small is no longer safe. It's actually dangerous. And so this now is the time to go deeper, to be braver, to reclaim your role as the author of your experience. Because your creativity, your expression, is in fact the only safety net that you'll ever truly come through for you. It's not an algorithm, it's not the system, it's not society, it's not somebody else's blueprint. Your expression is the only thing that machines cannot replicate. And so if you are tired, ask yourself this: is this really exhaustion, or is it suppressed truth? Is your body really asking for rest? Or is your soul begging to be finally expressed? You don't need more time. You don't need more healing. You're not broken. You don't need more preparation. You need to give yourself permission to stop shrinking, to stop pretending, to stop making yourself acceptable at the cost of being real. And so I'll ask you this. What would change if you stopped negotiating with fear and you started creating from truth? Because I don't think you're tired. I think you're underexpressed. And that truth is your wake-up call. And I invite you to step forward into that. Follow along for more on the channel. Remember, you create your own reality. There's nothing wrong with you. You were never broken. And healing doesn't have to be a lifestyle choice. You just have to choose to step into your own power and choose to trust yourself. And maybe today is that day.